Don't point no fingers at me if you don't want me pointing a few at you. Oh, did you see that? Oh, excuse me. Anyway.
Okay, so if you can introduce yourself.
Bitch, please.
Y'all know who the fuck I am.
Hello and welcome back to Also Chanel. I am your girl Deanna Chanel. Man, God is good. I just want to say that. I just want to start that off by saying that. This week has been a very great week. Let me see who texts me. Oh, that's my girl Michaela. Oh, that's a voice message. I'm gonna have to listen to that. Hold on, I just got to get through this. This has been an absolutely amazing week. I believe in God, but I am also a hippie. I be on my hippie shit. We are currently in retrograde. Oh, let me tell you. Hold on. Pause on the retrograde. I did dye my hair. I did make a story. Cause I'm trying to break. I am making like a multi-parter telling like my sex trafficking story. So I did make a video on that, but I haven't like edited and posted yet. So like I haven't shown you my hair for real, but this is my new hair. I did dye it. It's chestnut blonde right now, but this is me. I finger coiled it for the first time this past weekend. That it took me 2 hours because you know my hair density is very high, but the turnout was really great. I will be doing that again. And yeah, I'm loving this color so much. I had to do something because I need to push myself to wear my hair out more. It's so hot this summer, so it is a no weave all summer type summer. Plus, you know, with me having kids soon probably and finding my husband, all this, that, and the third, I need to find the styles that I want to work with, have my kids in. I'm trying to figure out, I'm looking up videos here recently on Bantu knots. I'm trying to figure out how the partner needs to go. I really need to work on my partner, especially as someone who has moving scalp. I have moving scalp so bad, but I just want to work with my natural hair, especially for the longevity of the skill of it, the reason behind it, and honestly, I love myself more in natural state. Anyway, but this has been an absolutely amazing retrograde. I believe I be on my hippie shit, and then of course I believe in God. Like God created the universe, so I feel like both the two go hand in hand. All I'm saying, people be like, oh, they don't believe in like they say they don't believe in like the stones and crystals. They talk about lapis lazuli in the Bible, so I'm just so confused as to why we keep talking about that. But anyway, regardless of what you believe in, I believe in God. I believe that God created the universe, so that's why I believe in both. But we are in retrograde right now. I've been working on how to respond to people and what they do even before retrograde. But that's only because people be going through shit. I'm going through shit myself. And honestly, I don't have time to pour in other people's shit because I'm going through my own shit. And if I pour to your shit and you already know, especially people who already know that I'm already coming out a very hard time and like I'm struggling with my emotions right now, they're trying the fuck out of me, and I'm not willing to give anybody the day, the time, the energy, anything. I'm not giving anybody anything out of me this season. Do you understand me? So it's just like, when people try me, I'm not going to give you anything. I'm going to leave it where it is. I used to be one of those people where I used to be like, oh, whether I say something, whether I don't, I get the same reaction. I'm not going to say anything. I'm literally not going to say anything. Only because I've never tried that. But for the first time this week, I've tried not saying anything, and it worked out so beautifully for me. I've never seen anything like it. I love instances that leave me speechless because I always have something to say. I rarely ever meet people who leave me speechless. Today, I just saw life differently, where I've been working on not responding to people because it doesn't deserve my energy. I didn't know what that was going to be worth until I had been avoiding a confrontation, which most of the time I don't see it as confrontation because I'm just speaking my mind. Like, I'm just saying how I feel. I'm being very reasonable with it. I speak to everybody quite literally like this, but I'm very blunt. I'm very honest. I have a very strong personality, and most people do not like that. But honestly, I'm not willing to hide that because it's the best part of me. People like to think that proximity saves them from getting the tongue lashing. No, the closer that you are means that the tongue lashing might just be equally as strong. So I just need people to understand that. But today, for the first time, I had to get to the point where I did start with, very friendly with someone, and it just ended up, it's okay to realize that a friendship is just not working for you, and people just trigger you in a way where I can't respond to you the way that I want to because you're not going to receive me. And that's perfectly fine, right? But once you see that people will not receive you, are not willing to receive you in the way that you want to respond, leave it where it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what I've been doing. And today someone just did what needed to be done. For the first time, shutting the fuck up has really worked for me. It has to do with work, but I've never in my life, and that's how floored I am, I've never in my life seen that work for me, where me not speaking up, I'm not even gonna say speaking up for myself. I did speak up for myself in order to end up in this position, but by me not responding, I've never been in that situation where me just being like this, just letting God handle it, where I've actually seen him do what needed to be done. So whether you believe in retrograde, whether you believe in God just handle things for you, the two go hand in hand. It's literally, I will say that is synonymous because it's the same difference. God made the universe, so I don't care what you believe in. But it was just like, wow. I told the universe that I want to get better at how I respond to people and the things that they do to me, and they gave me that's what retrograde is about, testing you on what you have already said that you want to change about yourself or do differently, and it did exactly that. Did I really want to change how I respond to people and the things that they do to me? If I speak to you and I tell you that what you're doing is irritating me, I'm going to give you 3 chances, and I'm going to keep reiterating this in any video that I can. I'm going to give you 3 chances. You might not get all 3 chances. You know what I'm saying? I might be done with your motherfucking ass in the first chance. So, if you know that you only get 3 chances, why would we keep fucking up? You know what I'm saying? Why would we, and especially how I approach things in life, how I am, why would people think that just because you get closer to me, I'm going to not tell your ass that you're irritating me? So confused by that. And honestly, the only person that really seems to understand what I'm saying is Michaela. I love her so much. That is really my girl. And it's so crazy to me because that's why retrograde is so funny, because I realized she's an Aries. And I kept saying how me and Aries don't get along. That's really my girl. Like, even when she's validating me, she's letting me know, hey, maybe this time, or maybe we can go about this like this. Like, I always tell her, like, I'm really struggling with this part, and she literally helps me so much. That is a good sister. I haven't had a good friendship like that in a very long time. And I'm not trying to negate anything that I've had with anyone. Everything is very separate. But me and her, that means a lot to me. But yeah, this week has been very strong in emotion. I've had to control my emotions so much. And all I can do is praise God. God is so good. Because as someone who's so fiery, as someone who's ready to punch somebody in their damn neck, bro, oh my gosh. Like, I'm in such defense mode. So the fact that I'm letting people just coexist another day, bro, it's taking everything out of me. Rich, you said you wanted a video. This is the video. I've been having such a week. Such a week. I seen a post the other day on Facebook. It was like, if you were a billionaire, would you help your family? It's dependent on the members. You know what I'm saying? It's dependent on who's asking for what. But let me tell you, fuck no. I want to make that very clear. Fuck no. Only because my feelings are still very hurt. And you know some words I'm probably going to keep saying this in every video. When I was in that hospital bed and I escaped, I want everyone to know that when I escaped, my mother was on the phone. She knew the background. She knew what I had been through. She knew what I had experienced in weeks. She didn't know the men that I had been with or anything that I experienced on them streets. But you had to have known that I had seen some shit. But she seen enough. She had heard enough while I was talking to them cops. And once I arrived to that hotel, it's like them words of her saying, well, with the way that you left everything, with the way that you left things, I don't have anything for you. I could be the richest motherfucker on this world. I could be the richest motherfucker on this earth. I would probably never. That shit hurt somebody. That shit hurt someone. Especially when, I'm not going to get into in depth with it right now, but especially when most of the time, black parents only really had their kids for help. For somebody, for an able body. That was the quickest way to get somebody in their life to pay some bills. I can't find a husband. I can't find somebody that act right. Not saying my mother couldn't find that. My mother was able-bodied. She was a wife. So it's not like I'm saying that. But, I mean, she was a wife, but she did find someone who wasn't a good husband. And I am talking about my stepfather, who is no longer my father that I'm claiming. I'm knocking the list off, and I'm being very clear before I take off. Because I'm letting you know what is in the cards. Excuse me. But I'm being very clear, very open about this, because we are not about to get this chopped and screwed. I'm not going to say I don't owe shit. I don't owe shit to anyone. Let's get that clear. I don't owe shit to anyone. And if you're expecting anything, I don't owe shit to your motherfucking ass. Let's be very clear on that. And I'm not saying that to dish you or anything like that, but I just want to put that on the table because I feel some type of way. Retrograde is in effect, so I know everybody's feeling some type of way anyway. You know how you feel people watching? And I just want to be very clear. You can do what you want with it. I'm just letting you know what it is. Deanna is very smart. So I'm just letting my family know. My brother is the only person that I owe anything to. And it's not even I'm in debt. But I want a better relationship with only my brother. And I just want to make that very clear. I can't tell you the amount of times that I've told so many people in my family about how my mother affects me, and nobody did anything about that. And I truly do understand that everybody has everything going on in their personal life. But I'm not going to say regardless. I'm going to say period. I don't like saying things like but or I don't like saying things like but, because I feel like when you say but, you just completely disregard everything that you said beforehand. But I remember speaking up about how my mother affected me to quite a few people, and nobody did anything about it. Or like how much of a weight that my mother just used to be for me. Only because I love her so much. I still do. That's never going to change. But do I love her more than me? No, I do not. No longer. I love me more than anybody. I'm not willing to put anybody before my future, before my past. When it comes to fixing my past and getting that shit aligned, I'm not willing to put anybody before that motherfucking shit. And I should not have to explain that shit to your ass. It's just what I say is Deanna's life. This is my world and you're living in it. What I say is exactly how this shit finna go. And you're gonna be aligned with it or you're not. That's how that shit needs to go with friendships, with relationships, or anything like that. If it's bothering you how I move, let me know that. Maybe I can accommodate you. But if that means changing up how I'm responding to trauma or what I've been through, no, I'm not gonna do that. I've been doing shit to align more with others. I'm not doing that shit no more. I've been doing shit a lot more to make people feel better. I'm just moving more strategically, honestly, and it's been better for me to just leave the emotional part out of it. But it's been easy for me because I've had no emotion. Like, it's been like, I don't even know how to describe it to you, but this is probably the most emotionless I've ever been in my life. The most emotion that I show every day is at work, if you want me to be honest. That's all I can show. It's so sad to me because that's honestly the most connection. I meet a lot of great people. Like Rich, I love Rich so much. He's one of those people that ask me about my videos, that check in with my videos. I love people who check in on me because it's like I see you. I remember growing up not feeling seen for real. And it's like I didn't even realize that until like I grew up. Oh my gosh, do not cry. Now is not the time. Do not cry. I didn't even like realize that until like I got a little older and I just started going through things and I just started honestly seeing videos on TikTok. That's why I love TikTok so much, because see, people, when you do have the right like TikTok page, people are very influential and it's a hard pill to swallow, but I'm just starting to see my mom really just never really liked me. When I look back on my childhood memories, the only memories that I remember is my mother constantly being at work. And regardless of whether that was for survival for your kids or anything, I should at least remember bare minimum that you love me. I should never forget that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't remember that. What I do remember is, it's like growing up, I have never had a conversation with my real father. I've never laid eyes on him ever in my life. I've heard a few stories about my dad, but I've never had a conversation with him. And honestly, I will tell you, as someone, because this world has just become fatherless, unfortunately, but as someone who, I don't know, apparently my dad was in my life for a little while. As someone who does not remember any of that, I cannot lay my eyes, my ears, a single memory on that. That's like very like infuriating for me. Because now all I have to do is hear stories about maybe what my mother has experienced with my father. Mind you, of my father that she did not date for real. It's like, that's why dating, striving for marriage is so important. It's just like, because there's so much bitterness. Of course I'm going to hear that from my mother. And I heard something totally different from my grandmother. But it's just like, and I heard something totally different from my dad's sister. It's just like, do you know how annoying it is to hear stories about my dad but never really be able to make my own assumption because he's dead? That shit is so infuriating to me. But it's just like, it's a pain that it just is what it is. It's just what I got to deal with, because those are the cards that we're dealt with. And then to be left with, I feel like I've already said in a previous video, regardless of what I feel, that my stepdad, what impact my stepdad did have in my life, I'm done with him as well. If I choose to release my first part of my sex trafficking video, you'll see why I'm done with him. But that's such a hefty load of a video. I'm sorry, I'm trying so hard not to cry. That's just a hefty load of a video. I don't know if I want to post that yet, but that's why I don't like stepfathers. I don't like stepdads, literally because of my stepdad. I don't like that creating different family shit. I don't know. I don't remember what I was talking about, but I just know that I'm just done responding to people. I'm just marking the list off, whatever it takes. I'm just not willing to, I don't want to try again. I just don't want to try again. And I don't understand the issue in that with everybody. I just don't understand the issue in that with everybody. Especially when I'm such like a very clean communicator. If I'm telling you something that's irritating me, bro, can you fix it? Because I know I said that I know I said that how it needs to be done or how I want it done. I'm just so done explaining to people just simple ass shit. I'm sick of proximity. I'm sick of being hurt. I'm not gonna lie. The reason why the way people treat me doesn't really affect me at all is because my mother treated me so poorly, and that's really one person that I really cared about and whose opinion that I really cared about. So it's just like, after we're done with that, I really don't give a fuck about what people say to me, but I've said that before. But yeah, this week has just been an eye-opener about how sometimes maybe I don't need to say shit. I really hope that I didn't miss anything. I really hope that I didn't miss anything. It's like, God is so good. That's all I can say. That's all I've been saying all day. That's all I've been saying all day. Only because, like, what I'm saying right now, I'm talking about my job. Like, I'm talking about my job, how I made my money. You know, I just got off the fucking street, bro. Fuck out of here. I don't have time for anything to be getting me caught up with anything, regardless of how I work or how my actions show. God is so good to have placed me in this point where I'm working on not responding to people. And maybe I am being a lesson for others by not responding. I'm just so sick of that shit. I'm honestly, like, I don't have time to respond to people because I'm truly so drained in my life. Like, I need therapy. Not to the point where I'm gonna, like, just off myself or anything, but I've been craving so much more out of life. And that scares me so much because I'm at a point where, don't cry. I'm at a point where I'm so scared to jump or take a leap or take another step because, do not cry. I get tired of that crying shit. I truly do. I don't, like, it's just me. I don't have family to call on, and I'm very aware of that, but I don't want to get into the position where I'm homeless again or anything like that. So it's just like, I have to be very smart with any of my next moves or anything like that. So it's just like, I don't know, it's been like a year off the street, off like it's been like a year for real, like coming into fruition, like level-headedness, and I'm already itching for the next thing, which I love. I love being one of those people who are never satisfied, which not in the sense where I'm never satisfied with like people, but never satisfied with like life. I know who I am and where I am and like what I want, but if I want more, if I'm craving more, I'm about to look for more. It doesn't matter It doesn't matter what it takes. I like hard work. I like a challenge. That's how you grow. That's how you become more efficient at things. That's how you become more like flexible in situations. And I like things like that. But it's just like I'm at a point where I'm craving more in life. But who knew that me craving more in life would require me to give less of me? I feel like that's what is going on right now. I'm not having a hard time with that because I'm very exhausted with my emotions. Like I'm in such like I really need therapy so bad. Like I don't, and I'm so secure with who I am. Can't nobody tell me shit. Can't nobody tell me shit. And you might need to get the fuck up out my face with that shit. Can't nobody tell me shit. Fuck out of here. But yeah, that's why I'm just like, I'm doing this shit how the fuck I want to do it. If you think you could do it better, when and if you get there, you do it differently. But I'm not explaining shit to nobody no more. I just don't care. I'm like, mentally, I'm going through like a warfare. I feel like every day, every time I let a little tear out behind my mama, I feel like I'm giving her more power. And sometimes that's how people get stuck in a cycle of where they just keep things boxed in because they feel like they're still giving people power from miles away. I'm not about to be one of those people. I'm crying because you hurt me. Yeah. I'm not really sure what you thought a shitty ass action would do. Yeah, you did hurt me. And I'm sick of acting like shit didn't hurt me. Yeah, your shitty ass action didn't produce a good thing. Yeah, I'm going to show people that. Fuck out of here. I'm so sick of people trying to shame me for feeling some type of way over that shitty ass action. Here you go, getting your reaction. You wanted that. Why didn't you do something better? I'm so sick of that. And I understand that life is, everybody has their path. It is up to me to respond differently and better. But I'm so sick of people acting fucking stupid. You pissed me off. You hurt my fucking feelings. Did you think that I was going to be high and mighty and Lisa Frank on your motherfucking ass? No, you hurt my fucking feelings. And so, yeah, maybe we just need to be apart on this lifetime. We'll get it back right next lifetime. But fuck out of here. Yeah, my feelings are hurt. And yeah, proximity is fucking dumb, bitch. And people, they love to do you wrong and think you're just supposed to, just because you stuck around before, that you just supposed to stay around forever. No, and that's the problem with unconditional love. Unconditional love. Yeah, I'll love you forever. I'll love you for a lifetime. And that means to the day that we die. But do you think that conditionally I'm about to stay around? No, I can love your motherfucking ass from afar. I will never stick around and be in your face. It's never that deep for me. I love me way too much. I give too much to every situation. And that's what I was thinking earlier this week. I was like, damn, maybe I am a weight, but I'm fucking gold. I'm a good weight. I'm worth my fucking weight. A lot of people cannot say that. And I'm not about to let anybody tear me down. Fuck that fucking bullshit. Bro, fucking that fucking bullshit. That's just where I am. I'm not about to let nobody tell me shit. Unless maybe they make a little sense. But rarely they do. If you really made sense, your life would be looking a lot better than it does. And ditto. That's why you don't hear me saying anything to you. Don't point no fingers at me if you don't want me pointing a few at you. Oh, did you see that? Oh, excuse me. Anyway. But yeah, I think that concludes this video. I hope that made sense. I hope I completed my thought. If not, I'll complete it the next video. Please like, share, subscribe. Hopefully I edit this and get this posted tonight. But amen and glory be to God. I just want everybody to know it was never luck. It was always God. Amen. Good night. Bye.